Hello everyone, today I want to show you a game that I believe will be the next big thing. That next big game that everyone's going to be playing. Feast your eye holes on Paragon, a 3D MOBA made by Epic Games, who have brought us such classics as the Gears of War franchise and the Unreal Tournament series. For those of you who don't know what MOBA stands for, it stands for Massive Online Battle Arena. A 5 vs 5 team deathmatch game based around teamwork and objectives. If you have played a few MOBAs, then this game will feel pretty familiar. Is it going to be a League of Legends killer? Maybe. It definitely has the potential, and personally I'm enjoying it a lot more than League of Legends, but it still has a long way to go. In Paragon, instead of buying items, you create decks, using cards that you've acquired through packs or normal gameplay. These decks allow you to build your character a certain way, anywhere from physical damage, magic damage, defenses, whatever you want. So that's a really cool gameplay element that I feel has tons of potential. I feel this does, however, create a sense of unbalance because someone could get really lucky off a card pack and then just have an item that's going to be much more powerful than all of his opponents. The points you earn throughout the game are in threes, so you want to try to build your deck accordingly. Most people will start out with a health potion, mana potion, and a harvester key. The harvester key you use to build harvesters, which allow you to gain more experience, which allows you to buy more cards. This item is really good for early levels because it allows you to gain more experience so that you can buy your better items faster. On top of your normal cards, you also have 3 enhancement slots. These slots you can choose to upgrade your health, critical damage, defenses, whatever you want. But I'll cover this more in future videos. Because Paragon is still in alpha, there are only 16 characters to choose from. But the team is adding new characters frequently, so there should be a huge roster of characters to choose from when the game is officially released. Another cool feature that I really like and wish more MOBAs like League of Legends, Dota, and Heroes of the Storm had is the watch feature that allows you to watch every single game you, your friends, or anyone else has ever played. This is huge for content creators because never again will you forget to record that amazing kill streak that you did. And for me personally, one of the biggest features of this game is its cross-platform compatibility. Players on both PC and PS4 can play together in the same environment. So if your friend can't afford that really expensive gaming computer and just wants to play with you on his PlayStation, he can. There is no in-game chat system, which I feel needs to be addressed so that both PC players and PS4 players can talk to each other in-game to develop strategies. But the game is still in early alpha, and they just added skins and textures to jungle creatures, so that shows you how early the game is actually in development. So I'm sure this feature will be added later, hopefully. The entry-level Founders Pack for this game is only $20, which I feel is a huge value, because not only do you get to play the game while it's being made and give critical feedback to the developers to help them shape the way we play the game, you'll also get 5 skin challenges, which allows you to get recolors for your characters. Another great thing about the Founders Pack is there's not going to be any resets, so all of your progress that you've earned will stay intact. One of my favorite things about Paragon is it just looks amazing and beautiful. Everything about this environment is just amazing. I mean, look at this. They have a giant tree and forest and shit. You don't get that in League of Lego. I mean, come on, what even is this? Look at this. It's like Halo, Unreal Tournament, and League of Legends just had an orgy gangbang, and this was the beautiful offspring. Since the game's still early, there isn't an established meta, and characters in the jungle kind of get screwed over because you need assists in order to really get experience to build your deck, but I'm sure they're going to balance the jungle eventually. They also just came out with a huge update that actually gave skins to the jungle monsters. These little guys right here weren't textured before. Jungling in this game just feels amazing because of the beautiful environments. Instead of mounts like Heroes of the Storm, they give you a sprint ability, and if the enemy hits you during this sprinted state, they stun you for 2 seconds. The one thing I don't like about the game, however, is that ranged characters have a noticeable advantage over anyone who's melee. As you can see, my character trying to fight this Hauser, which is basically Rumble, and my character is basically Gnosis. He does a ton of damage, and I'm barely able to do anything. If you plan on playing a melee character in this game, get prepared to get carried or use heavy teamwork with your ranged teammates. After a little gankarino, we're successfully able to secure the kill. The game has all of the classic roles such as tank, mage, range, assassin. Last hitting minions will net you a little more experience than just proximity, and also increase your creep score. If you farm really well, this gets you better cards, which you can use to destroy your enemies faster. If we take a look at Paragon's map, we can see it's similar to League of Legends' map, but instead of battling left to right, you're going to be battling in a 3D environment, working your way from your base forward to the enemy's base. That being said, it still has that classic MOBA design element where it has 3 towers, an inhibitor tower, and then the core, which is your team's home base, and if the enemy destroys that, you lose the game. Paragon's objectives, however, are going to be a little different. On Paragon's map, there are 7 pink towers, and those towers are called harvesters. The jungler will go around the map, setting up harvesters, and then collecting the resources to get experience for your team, which then allows you to purchase more powerful cards and get stronger over time. We also see the familiar red and blue buffs that we see in League of Legends. However, unlike League of Legends, let's say that you're on the left side, you would have your blue camp and your red camp. On the left side for Paragon, you would just have your blue camp. On the right side, you would have your red camp, so they're not switched, which I think is really cool because we're going to see some different strategies about how jungle pathing and teams cooperate, especially in competitive play. Another major difference to note in Paragon is there is no dragon of sorts. There is what's known as the black buff, and it's similar in difficulty to the red camp, albeit a bit stronger. And once you receive this buff, you're going to do more damage to towers. So this is going to be a critical tool for sieging with your team. We do see the familiar boss location on the left side there, but unlike League of Legends, after you kill the boss, you'll get an orb. And this orb, if you take it to the enemy team's goal point, is the only way I can really describe it, you'll get a buff for your entire team. A buff that you actually get to choose when you're building your deck for your specific character. So everyone on your team is going to have their own buff that is going to benefit them differently. I plan to cover this game a lot more in future videos, and I even want to make guides, especially for Segvarog, who I just love. But for now, everybody, I just wanted to show you this awesome game and get the word out about it. Hopefully this game will get huge and we'll see even more amazing features to come in the future.
When it's time to fight, what will you do? Will you be prepared for what's to come? Will you stand strong and be fearless? Will you bring chaos, cunning, or precision? When it's time to fight, will you be ready? When the time comes, will you stand united? It's time to start a fight.